suffer from emotional eating? Let's talk about it. Emotional eating is very common. In an analysis of over 5,000 adults, it found that 20% of us eat emotionally, with the prevalence higher in young white women. And physiological hunger is hormonally regulated. There are two main hunger pathways, the homeostatic pathway and the hedonic pathway. The homeostatic pathway is controlled by your hypothalamus, and it's driven by the need for more calories, while the hedonic pathway is pleasure-driven and uses emotional stimuli to bypass the physiological hunger. Now, factors that disrupt the hypothalamic appetite regulation include sleep disturbances, high stress, medical conditions like obesity, diabetes, polycystic ovary syndrome, insulin resistance, and inflammation at the hypothalamic levels. Mental health conditions can disrupt those levels too, especially of neurotransmitters that cause appetite changes. Physiologically disrupted appetite can trigger emotional eating. Having strong emotional connections to food and behavior patterns can also trigger emotional eating. Menses is a common physiological trigger for stress eating. During your period, vital minerals shift, causing physical and emotional discomfort. Craving chocolate, which is rich in these minerals, actually addresses both the physical and emotional need. Places and psychological conditions can also trigger emotional eating, like holidays, vacations, proximity to certain restaurants, exposure to food marketing, major life shifts that can lead to increased emotional eating. And emotional eating can be a symptom of mood disorders like anxiety and depression. Emotional eaters often have significant adverse childhood events. Now, if you're an emotional eater, you may need to help change your emotional eating to physiological eating based on energy and micronutrient needs. First, any biological causes like hypothalamic dysfunction that impacts your hunger and triggers emotional eating needs to be treated. Second, you need to identify and address triggers like emotional eating patterns, including associated people, places, and psychological events. Third, practice transitioning to non-food rewards when emotionally triggered. Fourth, learn stress management like mindfulness and meditation. And last, get the professional support you need. Consider hypothalamic support and hormonal balancing. You may need a psychologist or wellness coach that practices emotional freedom technique. And if you want to learn more, join us in our hormone reboot training. I'll see you in the next video.